Today I'm going to be sharing with you how I landed my first client as a web designer. People always say landing your first client is like the hardest. Anyway, personally, I didn't have any tech background whatsoever when I started my journey. But if you're like me and you don't have any tech background whatsoever, then I believe you'll find this story helpful. That being said, let's get into the story. Hi loves, welcome to the channel. My name is Anne. I'm a pharmacist and also a tech lover. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you how I landed my first client. And not only that, but also be sharing the two key things that helped make that possible. So you want to stick around to the end. So it started when I had just finished internship. I was to go for NYSC. You know that interim where you're kind of like figuring out your life before you go into camp. That was me. I started learning online. I started learning about web development. It took me so much time, guys, so much time. And at some point, I knew I needed to make money out of it. I cannot just be learning and learning and learning. Now, as a newbie, one of the challenges I experienced was the fact that I was thinking, do I know enough? Do I know enough to do this? Let's say to create a website for someone. Do I know enough? Will I flop? You know all those questions. Sometimes you even feel you don't know enough, that you should keep learning. That's a trap. You can never learn it all. You can never learn everything. In fact, I have learned so much from building websites for clients. Because when you're building this website for clients, you would encounter so many challenges, or should I say so many problems, and that will spur you to research further, to learn further. Since I was actually into web development, I started creating projects, right? I was not just learning indefinitely. No, I was creating projects. So I was able to code some websites, like some actual websites, the layout and everything, using VS Code Studio. If you're into web development, you should definitely know that software, VS Code. So I was able to create mini projects for myself. I was able to use WordPress to also create websites. So I'll just go online, look at what looks good, and try to recreate it. That was basically what I was doing, and I was building my portfolio. And when I create these websites, I don't hide them in my laptop. No, I actually post them online, because to be honest, people are watching. People are watching. In fact, that's something I realized, that people are actually watching. Because sometimes we may feel that no one sees what we are doing, we don't even know what we are doing. It's a lie. People are watching. And I realized that when I started posting this project online, people slid into my DM, one or two people. Are you serious? You now create websites? I say yes, so I do create websites. Then as I kept doing this, I even attracted people that were doing the same thing like I was, right? I even attracted people that were also on this web development journey like I was, and that's helped me build community. So that's what I just kept doing, posting my work online and creating dummy projects. I created, how many dummy projects did I create? I created like 2 or 3 or 4. I created it should be 4. I created a lot. It's not easy to create all these things. It takes time. So I actually created a lot back then. Before I continue this story, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Just hit that subscribe button right now and like this video. You can also share it with your friends who are also on this tech journey as well. Okay, let's get right into the video. So at some point, I realized that I am creating all these projects, good and fine, but I want actual projects. I want to work for a client, right? And the truth is that there's a limit to what a personal project can teach you, because it's a personal project. When you're solving real life problems for people, then you actually encounter the real life problems, and then you actually have to solve it. So I decided to look out for clients. I started to search, and I started imagining who would patronize me. I feel the people that are more likely to give you their money as a beginner, as a complete beginner, would be people that know you, your friends, your families, your colleagues at work, just people around you, and they know you because they already trust you to a certain degree, so they can give you their money. For some people, their first projects may not be paid, but personally, I wanted my first project to be paid. Definitely, my rates were not high at all. For me, I didn't want to place so much emphasis on the money because I needed the experience. I needed to start building my portfolio for real life clients. And that way, I felt it was a win-win situation. So I am a beginner. I'm doing this for you. You're paying me lower, fine, good and fine. But then I'm getting the experience from you and also getting your testimonial. I'm also building my portfolio. So I felt it was a win-win thing. So I decided to reach out to people around me that I felt could need a website. Now, here are the two things I believed helped me land that client. Number one, creating actual projects and putting it out there. If I didn't create any project, no one would have known I'm doing something. No one would have known I am creating websites. So creating actual projects, even if they are dummy project, even if it's your personal project, just put it out there. People are watching. People will see what you are doing, and not the one that you put it out today, tomorrow you not put out. Well, I know life can happen and everything, but I'm just saying that is what helped me. I continuously put out websites I was creating, and people saw like really, really creative designs. And someone messaged me, I was like, wow, I really love your designs. You know what? You're going to create my website for me, just I'm not ready now. You see? That was actually a potential client, although he was not my first client, but it was a potential client. And down the line, he came back to me and I did his website. So the last thing was creating a structure for this client. Show me your works and I'll show you your face. If I am expecting a client, right? If I want someone to patronize me, it's not when the person will call me and say hello, I need a website. That's when I'll not start running around, thinking of what price to tell the person, thinking of what and what the person will have to provide. It just shows like I'm not ready. So I had to get ready. I had to create my structure. I had to create my price list. I had to create my service plan. When you are ready and that opportunity comes, you are able to grab it, right? Not when you are not ready, you're just hoping for an opportunity. When the opportunity comes, you're most likely to miss it. If you're trusting for your first client, then you may have to create a structure. You may have to create a service card for your business. It's now a business, yes. And start putting yourself out there. I made a whole video on the 3 harsh realities I encountered as a beginner in tech, because this beginner's journey, so I made a whole video on that. It's on this channel. I'll put the link in the description. You should go and watch that video. I shared my 3 harsh realities, the realities that hit me hard, very hard, when I started this tech journey. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. You can shoot me a DM on Twitter if you have any questions whatsoever, and I will see you in my next video.